sent to you. This is not open to anybody else. So guys, if you didn't upload a video for the contest, you can't be in the continued contest. Sorry, but that's how it is. But for all of you that get this in the mail, I want you to open it up and I want you to read to me. Like, for instance, suppose that you read, let's see. Yeah. The Night of Evidence. That's what it's called here in this book. We call it Laylatul Qadr, the Night of Power. All right? So you can say the night of, not evidence. It says the night of destiny. Sorry. The night of destiny. All right? So you just pick it up like this. You're in front of your camera now. You have the lights set up. You have the microphone on. No distractions in the background. Be sure there's no other sounds in the background. And be in a room that's kind of small. You don't have to be in a big room. Even right in front of a closet, with the door open, because the clothes will absorb sound. Yeah, true. All right. Then just hold it up like I did. All right. Then go to the chapter that you read from and read the same number of verses, same way. But this time you're going to read it in English. That's why we sent you the book. So you'll read The Night of Destiny, Al-Qadr. In the name of God, the most gracious, the most merciful. He sent it down, the Quran, on the night of destiny. And what will make you comprehend what the night of destiny is? The night of destiny is better than 1,000 months. On that night, the angels and the Spirit came down by the permission of their Lord, with his decrees for all matters. It is all peace until the break of dawn. Now that is one of the translations. There are many translations that we said before, but just read this one right here. And those who do the best, and we'll know, we'll listen, we'll pay attention to what you do. And we have 3 categories. Oh yeah, this is new. The 3 categories will be age group, from the little ones, from 3 years old up until I think it was 9, and then from 9 until, was it 8? 3 to 8, 9 to 13, and 13 to 17, something like that. I didn't make up the rule on that, but I can report it to you later. The main thing is to know that we have the 3 categories. Each one is going to get a cash prize of $100. Each one that you enter, you have a chance to win the first prize, which is $100. And everybody will get a gift. Oh yeah, more gifts, more gifts. And more gifts are already on the way for all of the ones who registered and uploaded a video. And you get, for each video you uploaded, you get a chance to upload the translation in this contest. Is that a good idea? Yeah. Sister Kim, what do you think about that?
I think it's an excellent idea. That's one thing that we found as we were listening to the recitations from the children in the first contest, is so many of them did not know what they were reciting. Now they're going to learn it.
Yep, and that's how it is. Now I want everybody to stay tuned and stay guided with Guide Us TV. All right, and we're coming to you almost live all the way from our studios here in Southern California. Yeah. We want all of our viewers to know about our contest. Because if you liked our Recite on TV contest, where our children were coming forward reciting the Quran, uploading the video of it, and then putting it out there, and then they joined a contest. Every single one of them is a winner. Every one of them is a winner, because we're sending all of them a gift, all of them a certificate that they participated in it, and a Quran translation, so they know the meaning of what they were reciting. And if they want to, for extra prizes, extra rewards with Allah, if you want to, you can right now go through and find the verses that you were reciting, all right? And maybe you did Al-Balad, all right? The city. That's chapter number 90 in the Quran, right there. You see it? So that was English letters, wasn't it? Okay, so if you did that, or whatever you did, go through here and find it in this little booklet, and then read that in front of a camera, record it, upload it, and you can win again. You know why? Because we really want you to know the meanings of what you're reciting. And I encourage all of our brothers and sisters, I don't care how old you are, as long as you're not older than me, but anyway, I would love for you to just let us know where you are, and we can send you one of these. In the United States and Canada, and we have some brothers who have said that they would also help us pay for postage to other countries. If you need English, now this is only English. This is not French, it's not German, it's not Russian. So the principal English language that is, here in America, that is what this is all about, okay? And if you would like to get one, it's real simple. Just find our website called freequran.com. The letter A, A, right? And then the word free. Everybody knows free. I know that, right? And then the word Quran. Don't spell it K-O-R-A-N. It's not Quran. It's Quran. Quran.com. freequran.com. You got it? Get it, and we'll send it, and you'll have it. That's what I want you to do right now. So anybody who needs to know the meaning, they need to have this. They need to have this. If you want to recite the Quran in Arabic, of course, it's in Arabic. That's what doesn't change. There are many versions of the translation of the Quran into many languages, but there is only one real Quran, and that is the one that's in Arabic, and it's the one that doesn't change. It doesn't have different versions. Got it? Get it? Have it. All right. So we'll start up our program right now. I'll turn it over to Dr. Sultan. MashaAllah.
Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
MashaAllah. It's great to see you, Doctor.
Good to join you.
Yeah, and tell everybody where you are and what's going on there.
Yeah, I'm in St. Louis, Missouri, in the middle of USA, and the things are great. Not that much for coronavirus because it's getting worse. We had a very low start, and now it is progressively going up, and it is feared that as this move forward, we're going to have more cases as the flu comes in. Then we're going to have a lot more. We'll have a lot more cases. So we'll see. We can keep our fingers crossed and do our social distancing and masking and all the other stuff.
Wait a minute, Doctor. You said keep your fingers crossed. Can we do that as Muslims? You know that the reason they cross their fingers like that, I was told when I was a Christian that represents the cross. Can we do that? I don't know.
Well, I'm just English is not my mother language. Cross means that to me, hey, just be cautious, and pray for that nothing bad happens. Maybe
okay.
It is a sign of Christianity. That's okay. That's perfectly fine. They're our brothers. So if I use some of their language, that's okay. Yeah.
Well, okay. Now we have another guest. Why don't you introduce him?
Okay. Here we have Dr. Adil from Florida. Where are you, Dr. Adil? I don't see you.
I don't see him either. Did he disappear?
Yeah.
I guess he did.
Yeah, he's hiding. He'll come out of the hiding.
All
But
right. Maybe he had some kind of family emergency there. I don't
yeah.
know. I hope everything is okay. Um, I'm not going to cross any fingers, but I will. Oh, I love to have fun with you guys. You guys really make it for me. I enjoy that so much. MashaAllah. So, Doctor, we were going to be talking about some of the things that people misunderstand, and I wanted to bring up a subject about left-handed people, because actually my sister, she just had a birthday the other day, and I was talking to her on the phone, and she is left-handed. Now I'm going to show you what I found on the internet. It said left-handed people, and it was talking about left-handed people. So, Doctor, have you heard about anything in Islam about using your left hand or using your right hand? What do we know about that?
What I know, what my teaching has been, that you do a lot of your work with good work with your right hand. Left hand you use is for evolution and those kind of purposes. Our Prophet ﷺ always preferred right hand, but sometimes you need to use the right hand, sometimes you need to use the left hand. If you eat with the right hand, you drink with the right hand, you do the ablution with the left hand. If somebody is disabled, cannot use the right hand, that's okay. I mean, to use the left hand. But if you have both hands, Allah Ta'ala says that use the right hand. I remember there was a story about one guy who mocked Prophet ﷺ, and he said that I'll eat from my left hand, and his hand was frozen, and all his life he couldn't use his right hand. The only hand he could use was the left hand. Do you know anything about that story? As a childhood, I heard that story, but it is true or not?
No, I don't. No, I don't think. I don't think it's true. But I know that Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam in one hadith, that that do not use your left hand in eating or drinking, because the shaitan will be accompanying that. But on the other side, if you are left hand dominant in writing, I was a left hand dominant when I was little. I used to play handball, and I used to play with the left hand. Somehow with the soccer, the right foot or the right leg was the dominant one. But my mom held my left hand like this. May God bless her soul. And when I eat, she had to train me to make sure. But I had a normal tendency to use my left hand now. She just tried to get me to use my right hand for eating and drinking. Alhamdulillah. Now I pass it on to my kids, and we just had a discussion about it. We have a daily discussion after Maghrib. And this is why one of the hadith, when they say, guys, if you have this problem with your kids, make sure, writing, you can help it with if you're left dominant, that's fine. But when it comes to eating and drinking, make sure that you do it with the right hand.
Doctor, I did not realize that was going to be a topic that came up on our program when I introduced this, because I really appreciate the fact that you told us a personal experience, because really a lot of times when we hear sheikhs talk about Islam, we don't know that they even have any connection with what's going on, and I really appreciate that. My sister is a lefty. She has always been left-handed in everything that she did. And when I came to Islam, some people, I think they meant well, but they were not educated about Islam, and they said that somebody that's left-handed will go to hellfire because they're a shaitan. Have you ever heard people talk like this?
That's a superstitious, there's no data to follow, but this was specifically hadith of Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. La ta'kulu, meaning of which, do not eat with the left hand, or do not drink with the left hand, because the shaitan, that the right in there. But you could use only the left hand if you're in the bathroom, just for cleaning and tahara purposes. But everything else, as far as eating and drinking, those are mandatory right hand, even if you're not, right dominant, if you would. And subhanallah, it worked out. When I played handball and I was the only left-handed on the team, I scored my left hand. But when it comes to eating, and that was did some training, because a lot of people say, okay, well, if your brain is dominant on the left side, then you should have everything on the left side. But subhanallah, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam taught us that. So everybody, please, if your son or daughter have a natural tendency to write with the left, or draw with the left, and so on, that's fine. But when it comes to eating and drinking, let them use the right hand.
All right.
It's important.
Wow, I'm so glad you brought that up, and I think that as a practical application, my sister, I think she took offense to that thing when I first talked about it. Like, how in the world are you're going to tell me somebody's going to go to hell for using the wrong hand? That doesn't even make any sense, especially if they grew up always using their left hand to open the door, or use their left hand to drive, or they use the left hand, like you said, playing soccer or playing football or playing anything like this. Then all of a sudden you're telling me I can't be in this religion because I'm left-handed, or I'm going to go to hell. What the heck is that?
Obviously, it's wrong. But, everything, I believe that education is critical in everything that we do. And alhamdulillah, now we have a lot of resources. We can go and check and verify and discuss and go to the, sources of knowledge to authenticate this. So now no one should have any confusion about it. Alhamdulillah.
But there's one point I want to bring it in here as a part of the Western society. It's part of the etiquettes that you eat with the right hand and you drink with the left hand. That's what I have learned. Am I right? Or am I wrong?
I don't know. But I usually, they don't really care which hand you use. For most people, nobody cares. You just go ahead and do it. But alhamdulillah, in Islam, everything is so unbelievably beautiful way of lifestyle, and there's a reason for it. You don't want the shaitan to share with you the food or drink, and it's an awesome thing to really know the reasoning for everything that we do. Some of you just simply don't care, do whatever. You really want to use both hands simultaneously, that's fine too. So I know people, when they were busy, not having time to eat, and they say, Doc, I just inhaled lunch. They were eating sandwich from both hands. They say they had short lunch break. So anyway, eat with the right hand, drink with the right hand. If you have a brain dominance that you're born with for certain, for the left hand, for writing or drawing or playing, that's fine. But not for eating and drinking. Very important.
Got it. All right. I'm so glad, though, that we brought this subject up, because in reality, I think that there are a lot of people who have the wrong notion about many of the things in Islam. A lot of it is, like you said, superstition, something that's been passed down from father to son, from mother to daughter. But some of it is actually in the way that people understand or translate something. I'll give you one example. Have you ever heard about the people that memorize the Quran and they say every day I need to do what? And they're using English. They say every day I need to do what with my Quran? Doctor?
Memorize?
Well, every day I have to refresh, but they don't use that word. What do they use?
Hifz?
No, an English word, doctor.
English.
recite.
Not memorize, not practice, not rehearse.
Rehearse would be great. Rehearse it, refresh or rehearse would be perfect. No, they say I need to revise my Quran. I need to revise the Quran every day. Have you ever heard that?
I heard some people refer to that way, but most of the people that in the masjid and imam, yeah, they need to go over it by rehearsal or do tasmiya just to kind of keep the memorization fresh of the Quran.
Yeah, but when you use that word revise, you know what that means, right?
Change
You're going to change it.
Revise something is changing it, for most part.
So I like to make sure that people know we do not revise the Quran to suit ourselves. That is not what we mean by that. When we're talking about refreshing, rehearsing, or spending some time with the Quran, all of that's very acceptable, but not to tell somebody that we're going to revise the Quran. That really doesn't sit well, does it?
Exactly.
It's not accurate.
Yeah, it's not accurate. You're right. Okay, well, I just wanted to touch base with that, and you know what? We're on that subject, though. If you allow me, I would like to explore some of the other problems that we have whenever we're talking about the situation of the Quran and what it actually means. The word Quran itself, I think everybody knows Quran means recitation. Is that right?
Yes, that's right.
Yeah, a recitation or a recital of recitation, a memorization of the reciting, etc. And that's all English. If I just say Quran, a Qari will recite Quran. Okay, there's no problem with that. They'll understand it. But when we try to translate to English, what is the...
phone is ringing. We have a phone call. It's exciting. Oh, answer the phone. Answer the
That's a good
phone.
one.
We have a phone call.
All right, I'll answer it. Let's just do that.
You have a caller.
All right, we're going to take that call right now. Salam alaikum.
وعليكم السلام ورحمة الله وبركاته. How are you, Shaykh?
Alhamdulillah. How's everything? Oh, we got... No! Oh. You still with me? Hello?
Yes. I heard from you that the result is already clear, but I don't hear the result yet. So when are you going to announce the result for the country?
Wednesday night, tomorrow night. That is going to be, they told me to hold off because there's something that they're doing right now to verify some addresses and names and be sure that they did. The judging is finished, but now they told me to wait till tomorrow night. So I wanted to do it last night, but they said, no, wait. And today they said, wait. And I told them, you know what? Yeah, well, I should have told them anyway. Wait broke the wagon tongue.
Okay, so tomorrow night, same time, 9 o'clock live?
Yep. Tune in and watch us live tomorrow night. We're gonna, if you miss it, we play the whatever segments we have. We play them at the next 2 times. We have an 8-hour cycle, then we start a new 8-hour cycle, then a new 8-hour cycle. And so then, in other words, 8 hours, then we repeat it, then when we start a new one, that one will repeat 8 times, and then we'll start a new one, and that will repeat, because we're broadcasting all around the world, and we know some people are going to be asleep at the broadcast, so we make sure that everybody gets to see everything.
Okay, Jazakallah khair, Sheikh. Anyway, good news for you. I invite a lot of my relative students to join your program. There are already more than 6 students they joined with you. And new program, you said. Can you hear me?
Yes,
Okay, a new contest. I love it because they must know the meaning of the Quran as a Muslim. So I love the new pursuit of yours contest, and I congratulate you because of this contest.
You make me
All the
feel
kids will
so
be
good. I like this endorsement coming from you. This is really super. Thank you so much. I really
And
appreciate
I
this.
already share every single day. I share your Guidance TV on my Facebook. I'm really active on social media, so I really help you as much as I can. Maybe you remember when you start your Guidance TV on Masjid Al Iman, long time ago, 10 years ago.
Yes.
I was there, and I the first one with my family. I tried to be with you and try to help you from the beginning. So I'm gonna be continuing, inshallah.
Thank you so much. We really appreciate that. Also,
And I want to remind you one thing, Sheikh, real quick. We came to our Masjid Al-Safa, Manhattan, and I invite you. I drive you from Jamaica to Al-Safa Islamic Center long time ago as well. So my little boy, he's very interested. He wants to say salam to you.
all right. Let's. Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. How are you?
I'm good. Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah. How old are you?
5, and my name is Abdullah Yana.
Oh, Abdullah. And Abdullah is 5 years old. Can you recite some Quran for me right now?
Yes. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Qul huwallahu ahad, Allahu samad, lam yalid wa lam yulad, wa lam yakul lahu kufuwan ahad.
Very nice. Very, very nice. I bet that's from memory. You didn't look at a book. You were just memorizing it, right?
Yes.
And he's
Ah.
waiting for your Quran. He loves your Quran. He said, when I get the Quran, every day you take the page.
You didn't get it yet?
Abdullah, you didn't get it yet? It's slow.
Oh,
Slow.
Oh.
not yet. I didn't get it.
Okay.
So
Well,
you'll get it.
they just sent me a confirmation today. I saw it today. Of all of them,
Mashallah.
they have all been mailed. So if you don't receive it in 5 days, let me know. And we'll find out, because I do know that since the pandemic that there's been some problems at the post office.
Yeah, it take a little time. Yeah.
Yeah, and I want to be sure that everybody gets it. So I'm going to be double checking. I always like to put an order in myself to make sure, because whenever it comes to my house, then I realize everybody else should have got it by then. But I forgot to do that. Yeah. Anyway.
Okay, I'm wondering, do you have any plan to come to New York City any soon?
Well, not during this pandemic. We've been advised. I talked to our masjid. I have not been inside of our masjid since the pandemic started. I passed by there several times, but I didn't go. So I called.
Next year, inshallah. Yeah.
I called them and I asked them, and they said, well, anybody over 65, they're telling them to stay home. If you're 65 or older, or if you have any medical condition, or if your immune system is weak, please don't even come. But those who do come, they are required to let them know ahead of time, like you have permission to come in. You will bring your own sajada, your own prayer rug. You will also have to have your own mask, and you will also have to use the hand sanitizer when you get there. They have hand sanitizer. You'll use that, and they will check your temperature before you go in. And if you do not meet any of those requirements, even one, you cannot enter. And
this is correct.
And there is no sunnah salah in the building. They will not allow any sunnah salat, and also no making a wudu. If you need wudu, you have to get in your car, go home, and make it. And of course, you'll miss the salat. And there is no sunnah of any kind. When the khutbah is starting on Friday, you have to be there at that time and leave at the time, and no standing around in the parking lot. And
may Allah make it easy for us. Time will be passed by, inshallah, and we need to be very cautious about the situation. So.
yeah, I sure don't want to spread the disease around for others, and I sure don't want to get it myself. My son and my grandson just arrived today. I was playing with them out in the street on a bicycle just a few minutes ago. And they just arrived today from Texas. They drove all the way, and they were telling me that they didn't have to go into any public restroom along the way. They did not go in any public restroom along the way. They brought a portable toilet with them. And that's how cautious they're being. And my grandson, he's only 9 years old. So,
Yeah, mashallah, mashallah. Sheikh, I wish make dua for you. May Allah give you hayatan tayyiba tawila and health and wealth. May Allah grant you good health and wealth for a long period of time.
The only wealth that I need is just exactly what you're doing right now, is to feel the brotherhood from our brothers and sisters in Islam. When I feel this, that's all the wealth I need. I do like to eat a meal or two every day. That's true. But other than that, if I got a place to sleep, I'm fine. I don't care.
MashaAllah.
I really don't.
Barakallah. Barakallah. May Allah bless you.
And you. Jazakallah khair. Thank you so much. Ma salama. Peace and security. Yeah. I love you guys. That was Hafiz Masjid Mustafa. That was our brother Hafiz. He's a teacher of the Quran, and they've been, several of them have called in and recited with us and uploaded videos, and he is endorsing the program that we're doing right now. I'm so happy to have this endorsement. That, guys, if you didn't get one of these yet, I want you to order one right away. freequran.com, and we'll be right back right after this. I got something I want you to watch, and then we'll be right back. Okay, pay attention and stay guided. Okay, so if you're one of the ones that already entered the first contest, this is the second contest for you. You can get the reward for reading the translation of what you recited. Yeah, the translation of what you recited is right here in the book that we just sent to you. This is not open to anybody else. So, guys, if you didn't upload a video for the contest, you can't be in the continued contest. Sorry, but that's how it is. But for all of you that get this in the mail, I want you to open it up, and I want you to read to me. Like, for instance, suppose that you read, let's see. Yeah. The Night of Evidence. That's what it's called here in this book. We call it Laylatul Qadr, the Night of Power. All right? So you can say the night of, not evidence. It says the night of destiny. Sorry. The night of destiny. All right? So you just pick it up like this. You're in front of your camera now. You have the lights set up. You have the microphone on. No distractions in the background. Be sure there's no other sounds in the background. And be in a room that's kind of small. You don't have to be in a big room. Even right in front of a closet, with the door open, because the clothes will absorb sound. Yeah, true. All right. Then just hold it up like I did. All right. Then go to the chapter that you read from and read the same number of verses, same way. But this time you're going to read it in English. That's why we sent you the book. So you'll read The Night of Destiny, Al-Qadr. In the name of God, the most gracious, the most merciful. He sent it down, the Quran, on the night of destiny. And what will make you comprehend what the night of destiny is? The night of destiny is better than 1,000 months. On that night, the angels and the Spirit came down by the permission of their Lord, with his decrees for all matters. It is all peace until the break of dawn. Now that is one of the translations. There are many translations that we said before, but just read this one right here. And those who do the best, and we'll know, we'll listen, we'll pay attention to what you do. And we have 3 categories. Oh yeah, this is new. The 3 categories will be age group, from the little ones, from 3 years old up until I think it was 9, and then from 9 until, was it 8? 3 to 8, 9 to 13, and 13 to 17, something like that. I didn't make up the rule on that, but I can report it to you later. The main thing is to know that we have the 3 categories. Each one is going to get a cash prize of $100. Each one that you enter, you have a chance to win the first prize, which is $100. And everybody will get a gift. Oh yeah, more gifts, more gifts. And more gifts are already on the way for all of the ones who registered and uploaded a video. And you get, for each video you uploaded, you get a chance to upload. Okay, we're coming back to you right now. And in order to do that, I think we should bring me into the picture. All right. MashaAllah, we have 2 guests with us right now. We have Dr. Sultan, and there he is right there. And we also have Dr. Adil, and there he is right there. MashaAllah. And Dr. Sultan, if you don't mind, I'd like to continue a little bit what we were talking about, the misunderstandings that I think a lot of us have about what the meanings of some of the words from the Arabic are. Let's start out, first of all, the word Iqra. Some people tell me, and maybe you know more than me, I don't know, but some people tell me that the word Iqra is the first word that came in the Quran. Is that true?
That is true.
It is true. Okay, good enough. So we know that Iqra is the first word, but we don't know what Iqra means in English. What do people usually say that if I pick up a translation and it says, almost every translation is going to say that. Is that right? What will it say?
Yeah, they say read.
Read. Okay,
that's not the right translation.
So this is in Surah Alaq, right?
Right.
All right. So, well, I'm going to put that up on the screen right now.
So,
and I'm going to put it up so that people...
Because Prophet ﷺ did not know how to read.
Well, if he didn't know how to read, then, wow, that'd be kind of strange, wouldn't it? That would be, I think, really strange.
So, Jibreel said to Prophet ﷺ was, Ikra means that recite, means to do it in the, reproduce in the best possible way it can be done vocally. So that's what I understand the meaning of Ikra.
All right. Well, I want to put it up there and look at it right there. The very first. Now, Arabic starts on the right side of the page and goes to the left. So I'm accenting that so everybody can see that right there. So let's try that. And I'm going to click on it, and it will give me the sound of that one word.
اقرأ.
There we go.
اقرأ.
That sounds pretty good to me.
Yes.
Yeah, but the translation. Let's play that, and so everybody can hear it. Okay, we have to click it up here.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم اقرأ باسم ربك الذي خلق.
All right, we heard that. But now, what is the translation?
Recite in the name of your Lord who created.
Aha! Now, this particular translation that we have online complies with the thing that we're talking about right now. It actually says recite instead of read. And many years ago, Doctor, when I was recording for the Huda TV, I mentioned something about this, and I said that the Quran is not this thing that we're holding in our hand. This is not the Quran. This is a reading. And because they kept reshooting that same segment of that, they said, oh, you have a lighting problem, a sound problem, and part of that got left out. And it sounded like I said, this is not the Quran. But what I was letting them understand, that this in English is not the actual recitation of the Quran. And oh my God, you cannot believe how that went out over the air, and some people even made a website against us about that and said that Huda TV something, and all of the people there, they're a bunch of kuffar, and it was really sad. And alhamdulillah, but we were able to come back and put up the right meanings of everything, and so they would understand that there are mistakes, but nobody is ever going to be able to translate exactly the meanings into the English language. Two reasons. Number one, because the English language is a very weak language, and the Arabic of the Quran is one of maybe the strongest language on the planet. And so you cannot put a gallon of water in an 8-ounce cup. It's just not going to work. And so that's one of the things that the second thing is, Allah said in the Quran, nobody will ever bring a book like it. If you're in doubt about it, bring a book like it. Nobody can do that. Is that right?
That's right. 100%.
Very, very important points that inshallah I'll try to share. The Quran is not like any other book. It's the word of Allah. So the word of Allah, comes straight from Allah into Angel Gabriel. And Angel Gabriel went to Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam exactly the way that he basically do talqeen or rehearsal, if you would, exact the same pronunciation, exact tashkil, exact tartil, and then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala ordered Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam tartila. So when you say a'udhu billahi minash, that you should observe every letter with its right in terms of the haraka on it, or the vocal sound of it. So it has to match exactly the way that came from Angel Gabriel to Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and then to the Sahaba and Tabi'in, and this is the way that carry on succession to the Day of Judgment. So it is very, very, very strictly regulated. Nobody can make the A sound like a E and O and so on. It has to be maintained exactly the same way it came to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And not only that, but even in another verse of the Quran, لا تحرك به لسانك لتعجل به. Don't make your tongue move too fast. لتعجل به, so you read it fast. Inna alayna jama'ahu Qur'ana. Then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala have collected and told us that you should take your time reading it and make the right pronunciation and right vocalization. Make sure that every letter has a proper exit from the vocal cords. Make sure that the movements of the jaw and the tongue and the heart and soft palate, and this is a whole new science, separate science called the science of tajweed, how to make the beautification of the sounds of the Quran and follow exact every letter and with the proper vocalization sound and the proper movement and the proper exit from the vocal cord that will give you the exact clear letter, and you don't muffle the sounds of the letter together, but have to have every letter come out straight and clear and give every letter its right. And for each attempt for us to correct, ourselves when we read the Quran, A'udhu billahi, and then the proper mad, we make 6 harakat, for instance. Don't cut it short. Don't shortchange it. If it's 6 haraka or 4 haraka when you do the mad or the extension, and in the same thing when you do E sound, U sound, A sound, all this is very, very well and strictly regulated and strictly enforced in the way that you should read on the proper way. as it has revealed on Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam by Angel Gabriel. So it's a very, very important. Obviously, not everybody can have it as all upfront, one hit. It's a lifelong exercise and practice, just like going to the gym. Same thing with the tajweed. Just to get the jaw and the soft palate and the tongue, along with the vocal cords, make these sounds and regulate it when you take a breath and when to stop and so on. It's a whole different science, but you need to practice it and get the hang of it. And the more you do, Allah loves that effort, and of course multiply the rewards. So I just wanted to clarify that, inshallah.
MashaAllah, thank you for that. The other thing that I want to talk about is that's the first word revealed, but it's not the first word in the Quran that we have today. The first word in the Quran is now Bismillah, and that's going to be in Surah Fatiha. Is that right, Doctor?
Yes. Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Okay. So it said Bismillah in the Arabic, and then the translation says in the name of Allah. That's what it says, in the name of Allah. But is that really the correct translation of Bismi?
With the name of Allah.
Yeah, you're right. Exactly right. Because if you say Fismillah, that would be in, because fi is in. If you said Fismillah, that's in the name, and it doesn't make any sense in Arabic at all. But by saying that a translation of this is an appropriate translation. Okay, why? Why is this appropriate? Because the way that we understand it, we cannot use the same exact word that it is in Arabic, because we have a different system of understanding how you present yourself. And one of the things that we really want to focus on that is you're coming with the recitation of Allah. That's exactly what you're doing. You're coming with this recitation from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. There's no doubt. But when anybody is coming, used to be when they come with a declaration from the king or from the emir or from somebody big and important, you're coming under his influence. You're not there on your own. So you're saying, I'm coming in the name of the governor. I'm coming in the name of the king or the whatever. And when I say it like that, I'm not meaning that I am in a name. I'm saying I'm on the authority of the one who sent me. So that we have to translate it. And also, sometimes you translate, sometimes you interpret. Is that the right way to say that, Doctor?
Yes.
It's an art, because Arabic is so deep and it's unmatched when it comes with the English translation. So you combine both the interpretation and the translation combined to get the meaning across. That's the best that I can describe. As long as you get the message out of what it is and what it means. But there's no matching for the Arabic eloquence, the Arabic language eloquence, and the Arabic beauty, language beauty, and also the richness, like you said, in a number of words and so on.
Well, I'm just happy that Allah let us have the Quran and have the Arabic language and preserve it. Allah has preserved the Arabic language so that anybody who knows Arabic can read the Quran and understand the basics of it right away. Even if they're not a Muslim, they get the idea from what is being said. And that's very wonderful, because in the previous revelations that came in other languages, ancient Hebrew is not spoken anymore, and ancient Greek is not spoken anymore. That there are people that can try to interpret it and try to pronounce it, but it will not be the same. For instance, if I say to you, say a quote from the Arabic Bible, I can say it to you because we have the same thing in the Christian Bible, using the same letters, well, not the same, yeah, the Arabic letters and the Latin letters or English letters, all right? So it says, Eli, Eli, lama sabachthani, all right? That's how we pronounced it because that's what everybody told us to pronounce it. But if you know it in the Arabic, it's a little different from Aramaic, but it's Ilahi, Ilahi, lima sabachthani. My God, why did you desert me? Why have you devastated me and left me all alone? You know. So in our Bible that I grew up with, it says Eli, Eli, E-L-I, comma, E-L-I, exclamation, I'm not sure. Anyway, then it says Lima Sabachthani. Lima Sabachthani. And it doesn't make any sense to anybody unless you know what the Arabic actually was. Ilahi, Ilahi, lima sabachthani. And so, alhamdulillah, Rabbil Alameen. This, but the beautiful part is, in the Bible, the translation follows it right away. It says, in parentheses, my God, why have you left me? Or why have you deserted me? You know, so it's there. And these little things I'd like to touch on so that whenever somebody might have a question, a lot of our youth today, they have questions about the Quran, especially if they go on the internet and see people trying to attack it. And those people have no knowledge of what they're saying. They're just taking it from somebody else and somebody else. And they're enemies to Islam, enemies to the Muslims, and they just feel like I have to do something, you know. Especially in these days when people think that it's our right to go out and attack people, unless my skin color is not right, then it's not right for me to attack anybody, you know. And I really dislike all of that, but anyway, that's another subject. But here's the situation that people are actually making up lies or continuing promoting these lies and misunderstandings, and then our youth, our own Muslim youth, are getting mixed up and going crazy, and they're saying, whoa, you know, and that's really sad. And I think we should really have a certain portion of our programs to work toward answering those particular questions, those innuendos and false notions that they have.
I totally agree with that, and I believe that part of the remedy for this is education, definitely, but also kindness. And part of that is to just in a 60-second to really work on fostering, in order to foster peace anywhere in the you know, whether in your backyard or around the corner, around the globe. We have to have dialogue. Just talk to each other. We share stories, we've written bread, we may have different you know, opinions about different things and exchange ideas, but that's how you can have you know, a better understanding of what it is. And this is again part of the book, The Effort, that
yeah, tell us. I really want you to talk about that for just a few minutes because we're almost out of time, but I would love for you to touch on that.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. So this has been a series of, or if you would, campaign that has started to really reach out to everybody who is interested to learn about Islam. Who are you guys? What do you believe in? What do your lifestyle look like? What's the do's and don'ts and so on? And the more that we sat down and we talked, we laughed, we joked, and we had you know, grab something to buy to eat. And then through this, whether it's breaking the fast in Ramadan, and did this, a lot of people just come and eat, you know. And then during that, you know, what do you guys think about you know, the prayer? Why you have to do this way? And you know, or somebody just want to come and listen to the khutbah, and this was a very popular program on Jummah, and just I wanted you to listen to the sermon, and they, to their surprise, of course, it was mixed Arabic and English, but they were able to understand it just, and they feel so good just sitting in and listening. And we had so many people from different walks of life that they actually love to come and sit on the floor and listen to that. And part of this, if you would, presentation that we had with a lot of interfaith, events and meetings, and we had so many of them in the book with various denominations of faith that they really love to hear about Islam, what the Quran has to say about your way of life, and they were amazed at the commonalities that we have amongst us, not the things that divide us apart. And for a great nation like ours here in the United States of America, and people are just, are you guys for real? I mean, I did not understand this. I did not know about this. There is a whole new way that I see you guys different from what I heard about and learned from media or bashing or whatever it is that's out there. It's called under Islamophobia. When people get to know people, just people, you talk, you interact with them. I'm here to save your life. I'm here to serve you. I'm here to help you. I'm here to give you a life-sustaining meal or some act of kindness that that happen as a part of life and what we're ordered to do as believers, as Muslims, as the people submitted to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That is the way that a whole new understanding and impact when they see the faith is being practiced. And subhanAllah, that has a lot of meaning and impact. And these happen on with St. Andrew's Church, with St. Anthony's Church, with Catholic denomination, Episcopal denomination, all different folks that come together, and they really, if you would, they come in this campaign of promoting understanding and promoting who we are, what we do it, because if we don't do it, somebody else will do it and give a whole new distorted version of what it is. So the more that we're out there showing and explaining and really, because I don't know. And Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, what did he say when people throw him in Ta'if, when he went to Ta'if with rocks and his feet was bleeding? Rasulullah, the best of humanity, what did he say? He made dua to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Oh Allah, please forgive my people. They do not know. But if they know, and we are the vehicles of doing, Rasulullah sallallahu passed away and left the job for us to continue on educating and doing kindness to just let people know. And knowing that ultimately it's only Allah. It's only God Almighty who guides the hearts. But in case of anybody can do their portion of at least be kind, be courteous, be able to pass as Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. You don't have to be a huge scholar or anything like that. And I tell everybody, just an average Muslim, try to fulfill what Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said in Hadith. بَلِّغُوا عَنِّي وَلَوْ آيَةً. Pass from me, even if it was just one verse of the Quran. If you just pass Qul Huwallahu Ahad, you know what? You fulfill the job requirement that Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam has asked us to do. And if we do collectively that, I think that will change. One person at a time and one impression at a time to really get to know that. Because if we don't do it, then we have all misunderstanding and so on. Thank you.
MashaAllah. Well, we have the phone call. The phone call was our technicians telling us, get off the air. So, yeah, I got to do that right now, MashaAllah. But I would like to encourage everybody to stay tuned to Guidus TV, and we pray that you will be guided by our efforts. The doctors and myself, we pray for you guys as much as we can. And we insist that everybody who watches just ask God. Don't ask us, but ask God to guide you. And if you do that, we trust that you'll have the best of the guidance. Is that right, doctors?
Ameen. Summa ameen.
MashaAllah.
Ameen. Summa ameen.
MashaAllah, MashaAllah. All right, everybody stay tuned and stay guided with
Guidance TV.
Okay, so if you're one of the ones that already entered the first contest, this is the second contest for you. You can get the reward for reading the translation of what you recited. Yeah, the translation of what you recited is right here in the book that we just sent to you. This is not open to anybody else. So, guys, if you put a video for the contest, you can't be in the continued contest. Sorry, but that's